Today, we like to talk about balance. What is balance? Balance is a state of equilibrium. Body's equilibrium, body's balance. Body need balancing. And mime is very important to be a balance. Balance is the ability to control our body's position. When we move, we act, we need a balance. Why balance is important and how it works? Balance is the responsibility from the nervous system, because nervous system, brain or a nervous system to the muscle, and muscle activate the movement with the skeletal. So skeletal muscles is the regulate the balance. Now, we have a lot of different kind of balance. Symmetrical balance, asymmetrical balance. So let's say when we stationary walk in mime, so then what we do, we shifting our body. This is the body, right? We shifting our body weight to one leg and other leg lifting up, so it's balancing on one leg, and then dropping the other leg and shifting all the weights from the left leg, and then right left lifting. So spontaneously we have to do this. And why we cannot keep the balance, why miss balancing, why we fall, is because balance is, body's core power is abdomen muscles. When abdomen muscles is not strong, then, and muscle is not flexible, then we don't have a control. So when we don't have a control, then we fall. So how we can control? That we have to be a body will have to be a aligned body, and the gravity always pulling us down. We have to develop anti-gravity force when we act. So that means we're not going down, we're going up, lengthening our body. The formula I talk about in the alignment chapter: stomach in, chest out, spine up, then we're lengthening and we're forming. Position gets strong. So then when we, like a walking on the tight rope, right? So then when we're walking, it looks like I'm walking. So what's happening? The muscles were contracting and balancing. Stomachs in, so ab is strong, core power coming from the strength, and then we're balancing. So there is, I said, two types of balancing. One is the symmetrical and asymmetrical. Symmetrical means is equally balanced both sides. The hand, the weight is both weights putting the same. When one is losing, goes other side. So then we're walking. It's balance. On the bamboo, holding the bamboo, and then walking. So bamboo is the balancing, right? So this how we balancing our physical movements. So when we walk, when on the rope, and asymmetrical is not symmetrical, means is the same type, same movement, both sides is same, symmetrical. Asymmetrical, but balance is equal both sides, because it's not like that, then it's fall. You balancing. Mime, we work mime with the stylist form, and that is the difference between acting, theater acting, and the mime. Theater acting, you are picking up the flower, you smelling, right? But when you do mime, is a stylist acting, exaggeration is taking place. You see, you balancing movement, waving like a dance, but it is not dance. You're doing acting, but it is not theater. See, whole things is playing like a poetry, mobile paintings. So that is the difference. Don't do mime just acting on the stage without words. You use your whole body with the balancing. It's everything you do in the mime is balanced. So balance is a very important portion in the mime, and we got to understand, we have to practice, and we have more body balance, more performance is glorious. So there is a counterbalance. What's the counterbalance? Like you pulling the rope, right? Pulling the rope is you trying to pull back. It's a counter. But if the other party release, then you fall. So it gets imbalance. So you pulling, but you just counterbalancing. So it's every time when you play with your movement, then you always has to be balanced. And like you lifting a weight, counterbalance. So everything is balance. So balance is a part of a mime activities, and I just want to remind mime that when you practice mime, keep in your mind, make sure you have a balance. So there is a lot of different exercise for balance, especially when you stand your one leg, you spread arms, try to stay firm, stomach in, chest out, spine up, lift up your legs, and stay like this. Many positions. Go forward. And the next legs, do the same thing. and this how, you know, balance is controlled by, we know that we have 6 senses, but they call there is another sense, might be a 7th sense, is the balancing sense, which is controlled from the inner ear. So when imbalance, when muscle doesn't work, your balance gets problem. So stamina, strength, also important for balancing. And your arch, this arch has to be stronger, so ankle will be firm to stand. So when you walk, shifting weight, but you don't have any balancing problem. See? So because flexibility also important. Balance, flexibility, movements, you don't fall. So when you have a more align your body, then you work very well balanced way. So now when you do mime, we think about balancing, we practice balancing, and during balancing, make sure we have a breathing, alignment properly, so we can balance our act accordingly. Thank you.